Hey people, welcome to the Monday evening stream. It is August the 19th and it is 7:15 p.m. and it's only about 16 degrees Celsius. The heat and humidity is gone for now anyway. So, can everyone see and hear everything okay? I see we have Gertrude and Vivian Johnson and Modano, Canadian Vasily, got Wesley, hello, Mary W, Alan K, Jenny Kritzkamp, to see everyone. Capellan, hello. Billy T, Carol L.E, Marie Palmer. Hey, John Nicholson, how you doing? Hello to Lena Sandoval. And everyone else popping in. It's good to have you all. Zach the Vehicle Enthusiast and Jacques. It's kind of breezy today too. Cool and breezy. And no humidity. Hello, Welma Steed. How you doing? Watching from Bermuda. Got Dave in Bangor, Maine. So I'm far from home here. I'm not anywhere near downtown. I just came out of this place. So I'm way up in the far northern reaches of the city, near the corner of Yonge and Steeles. Hey, Candle Arawak, hello. Just did a walkthrough of Centerpoint Mall. It's been a couple of years, I think, since I was last here. Hello, 60s Freak. B-Ball, what's up? And Evening Chuck Diamond. So I'm up here in North York. Mark Inchin, welcome. So walking through the parking lot here. Okay, hello, Otterly Free. Catherine Edwards, hello. Watching from the UK. Got Smitty, hello. Yeah, me too. I don't mind this at all, you know. It's refreshing after all that sticky, gross humidity I've been suffering through. Hey, Karen. So I'm going to make my way over to Yonge Street here. And then we're going to take a walk south down Yonge. We'll walk through North York Center and the old villages of Newtonbrook and Willowdale, which are sort of relics of the past, but still exist by name. Just neighborhoods, really. Greg Keating, hello. My YouTube account. Well, it depends where in Canada compared to where in the US. Some parts of Canada are farther south than some parts of the US. It's kind of weird to think about it, but it's true. If you look at a map, Southern Ontario is further south than a good chunk of the US. Hey, John L, happy Monday. Kevin Hawthorne. Alright, so here's Yonge Street. And there's a look north. That major intersection just up ahead is Steeles Avenue, so that's the northern boundary of the city of Toronto. So those tall buildings are not in the city of Toronto. They're in the suburbs just north of the city. That's on the Markham side of Yonge Street, those tall buildings. And I did a video walking through the mall here right before. I'll be coming up on the channel. Hello, Torres. Yeah, Action Kid is hanging in there. I was chatting with him over the last couple days. He's obviously not happy about the current situation, but he's handling things very well. I'm confident he'll be back in action soon, sooner than he thinks, maybe even. Just might have to get a bit creative, maybe. Hey, Keith Fox, hello. So this mall might be demolished in the near future to make way for some high-density housing. I talk about that in the video I just recorded. Hello, Alex Oliveira. So I think the plan is to just keep walking south along Yonge Street, as far as Midtown at least. Lots of traffic up here on this end of Yonge Street. It's a different sort of world up here compared to downtown. Hey, good evening, Tom Bikes. What number am I at? I'm not sure. I'll look at the first available address here. Toronto sometimes is not very good at displaying addresses on buildings, I've noticed. This one says 6186. 6186. Whereas down at, say, Yonge and Queen, it's in the 100s. It'd be like 100 and something Yonge. Yeah, we're way up here, Canadian Vasily. I've streamed up this way a few times before, but it's been a while. I thought it was time to come up here and see what's new. I noticed some new buildings have sprouted up since the last time I've been here. D-ball, I took line 1 from Dundas Station up to Finch Station. It took about just over a half an hour. The train stopped a few times though due to emergency alarms being pulled at various stations. It was pretty annoying. It happened once. Train sat there for maybe 5 minutes, started moving again. I was like, okay, good. And I thought that would be that, but no, it happened 2 more times before I got to Finch. Just way too many erratic people acting up on the trains, and I guess people get spooked and they push the emergency alarm strip, and then the train has to stop when that happens until they figure out what the situation is. I thought I might get stuck sitting in the tunnel for who knows how long, but luckily that didn't happen. The train all 3 times just sat there for about 5 minutes or less. Is it Jenny? Will I run into a werewolf during the stream maybe? Hey, Jefferson Rivas, hello. Hello, Advisorit. Alright, I'll keep an eye out, Jenny. There'll be a vampire versus werewolf. I think that's been done a bunch of times on various shows and movies, but one more time wouldn't hurt. Hey, Aaron Hockey. Hope it looks good. Oh, I'm prepared, Vivian. Don't worry, I'm prepared. It looks like North Phoenix. I think I see what you're saying. I've seen what Phoenix looks like, and it's pretty linear with its high-rise development. It's all strung out in a long strip, right? Got downtown Phoenix and then Midtown and North Phoenix. And this stretch here is very linear, just through North York. The development only extends a few blocks east and west of Yonge Street. The high density development, that is. Hey, Liberty Tree, hello. But you'll find this area is pretty neat and very lively, and there's more to it than you would think. There are a few surprises to be found here. It's a bit of a Korean enclave and also Iranian. And there's tons and tons of restaurants and shops and little shops too. I'll try to show some of those. You do have this sort of thing, these older plaza style developments from the 60s or 50s even. But a bit further south, the retail is more street fronting, like a typical sort of urban commercial strip. Hello, William. How you doing? So we're making our way south towards Finch. There's a Viva bus. And another one. Those buses serve York region, but they do come down to Finch Station. They cross the boundary at Steeles Avenue to drop people off at Finch. That's where the subway is. And York Region Transit also. Hey Kurt Affair, hello. The little shops of horror. Well, we're already dealing with werewolves. I don't know what more we need to deal with tonight. Yeah, things will start to get really built up now as we go south of here. But the old village of Newtonbrook. Goes all the way back to 1857 when the area started being settled here. Hello, Adam Cote. I'll let this bus turn here. So this is like 15 kilometers, 15, not 50, 15 kilometers or so north of downtown. Not exactly, roughly, depending on which end of North York Center you measure to. Hey, Brett Mallon. This is a brand new building here. And I think that will be another building across the street. And they're going to walk to Striesland. I think that's the plan, at least that far. I'll have to walk through a bit of a dull area though. Once you get south of the 401, it's a bit sleepy for a little ways. I don't know if I'm going to walk all the way home though, Alan. I'm not sure about that. It's almost chilly when the wind kicks up. Hello. And it's very windy. Hey, Ken Land, hello. There's another plaque commemorating Newtonbrook, the historic community. This one says as early as 1801. There were log schools in the area. What am I wearing? Just a t-shirt. I mean, to me, this is still t-shirt weather. Okay. A t-shirt here. Kind of t-shirt. It's just an old t-shirt I've had for many years, but it's good quality. It's lasted me all this time. It doesn't have any holes in it or any fraying or anything. It's probably one of the sturdiest t-shirts I've ever owned. I don't wear it as often, I guess, as some of my other ones. That probably helps. Hey, Novocos. Kyle, yep, we're almost at Yonge and Finch. Got some TTC bus action. Hello, Tiana. This is like a mix of office buildings and residential buildings. Although lately it's been mostly residential buildings being built. We got Sebastian, hello. And it'll probably get dark before the stream is over. Yeah, did you just keep walking, Tiana? That's probably the best response to that. Or tell me you work at the Pentagon or something. I work at Area 51. Hey, Jelly Bean. Dynamic Medical Center. Ooh, very dynamic. Fillmore's. Hey, Greg Huber's. We're just about at Finch. See a bunch of Viva buses pulling in here. Everything seems farther when you're walking along this stretch of Yonge Street. It feels farther even if the distance is not that far, just because of how it's all laid out and this enormously wide street here. Hey, Tim Kettle, hello. Oh, I think we're getting another another character here in the chat. Hello, Red Cloud. What's up? North America Center. Didn't Johnny used to work in this building? I'm pretty sure he's mentioned that before. Jack, what's up? Yeah, I thought so. I know he's worked in First Canadian Place, the most iconic office tower. Not iconic, but the tallest anyway. Alright, now here's where things will start to resemble a bit of a Koreatown, but also some Iranian businesses mixed in here. Toronto has two Koreatowns, this one and the one on Bloor Street. And here's Finch. Good half an hour to get from Centerpoint Mall to Finch. You can see there's a lot of pedestrian traffic here. We are right by the subway station, so that obviously adds a lot of activity. But even further down between the subway stations, it's quite busy all along this part of Yonge Street. Never used the washrooms at Finch. I never have. This is lively at night too. I remember I did a nighttime walk through here. It's all nicely lit up. Hey, Zinga Man, hello. You can see the tall buildings extend a few blocks over on both sides of Yonge Street, but then the density drops off after that, because this area before the tall apartments and office buildings sprung up here was just a very low-slung suburban area, largely built up in the post-war era. Like the old commercial strips here are older because Yonge Street was just built up that way. But the residential neighborhoods are definitely post-war and suburban looking once you get away from Yonge Street. So the fact that this even exists is pretty unique. You won't find too many other North American cities that have something like this far from downtown in the middle of post-war suburban development, you know. The subway line also had a big part of this development, the way it looks. Hello Gigi, how you doing? I think these old storefronts, they might go back to the 1930s and 40s. Yeah, I definitely think so, Novelcos. That's right, the subway will be extended north of Finch. That should definitely spur along more development. But no shortage of restaurants to choose from. Almost too many. Hard to make a decision, I think. Yeah, fair enough, tested. I don't come up here much at all. There's just nothing really that attracts me to this area other than videos and live streams. Hey Yahya, how you doing? I'm gonna cross here. I was talking about those little shops. Some of these buildings have these tiny little retail spaces that I think we should see more of in downtown Toronto with some of the new condo developments on downtown Yonge. Down in that area, they tend to be big, oversized retail spaces that only deep-pocketed corporate chains can afford. I don't know why they don't have something like this in the heart of downtown. It would definitely add a lot to the character of the city along downtown Yonge. Like, look how small these shops are, and they're independently owned. They're not big chains or anything. Jane and Finch still a bad neighbor? Well, it still has its lingering reputation. I don't think that'll ever go away. I think it's definitely a lot better now than it was, say, 20 years ago or more, even 10 years ago. Hello, Pine Sol. How you doing? Yeah, I guess. Do you not live around here anymore, Yahya? I remember I ran into you here another time. Hey T, coming soon. Yeah, look how small these shops are. They're like the size of the spaces in the shops at Aura, the dead mall below the Aura condominium. They're all about this size, except that mall is dead and mostly empty. Hey, Fluffy Bunny, hello. And there's more across the street. What's up, Crusty Balls? Welcome. Hopefully you get that checked out. And we got Picard in the house. Engage. And over 300 people. Welcome, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the walk. We're in North York, walking down Yonge Street. If you're new, like and share and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already done so. But if you're new, you probably haven't already done so. And come and say hi in the chat too, if you are new, if you want. So look at all these little shops. They just extend all through here. You've got like tons of residential density all around. I beat you to it. You can take the next one, Yvonne, or Vivian. These ones seem to be closed though. I wonder what the hours are. 5 o'clock. restaurants seem to be mostly open though. And there's Yvonne. Hello, Yvonne. Derek K, what's up? Got a spicy pot. Fountain there. This is a pretty swanky development. Oh, okay, Yahya. It must have been pretty convenient living here. Everything at your fingertips. Back onto Yonge Street. Hello, aristocrat. Welcome. Roseanne, Ukraine, Turkey. Glad you could check out the stream. As far as neighborhoods away from Old Toronto, away from the core, this is probably near the top of the list among the better ones to live in. Looks like the sun is setting. Get some nice sunset colors tonight, maybe. Hey, kidney beans, hello. There are like several H marts along here, and another one on the way. Come fly with me, come fly away. Oh, I lost it. There it is. Hey, Crikey, hello. Do I have Patreon? No, I never did get around to making a Patreon. I have channel membership, YouTube's channel membership program. It's sort of similar. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, there's a join button right below the view screen, or the picture, the video. Right below it says join. Hello, Kathleen Das. Yeah, I miss some of the Persian businesses. What's up? Tested 1, 2, 3. And welcome, Bobby Shoe. How you doing? CNE was very loud, Derek, yes. This new development is wrapping up. They actually built an office building here. That might have been the first major office building to be built along this strip in a long time. It's not as tall as some of the other ones, but still a good size though. Oh, Noble Cost. I think it was the new one I passed earlier called Taranto. Terran with onto on the end. Taranto. Hey, Gustavo. Yeah, I know. Time is just flying by. There are plans to make this stretch of Yonge Street a bit more pedestrian friendly, less of a traffic sewer. Widening the sidewalks, which are already quite wide, really. The sidewalks here are nice and wide. Putting some bike lanes. Just making it a bit more pleasant. If you're not in a car, I guess, to walk along. I think some of the local business owners are fighting that proposal. They don't know what they're doing, in my opinion, but I hope it eventually happens. Oh, yeah. Feel better soon, yeah. Hello, LRM Guitars. We're kind of coming into what is probably considered the heart of North York Center here. There's a couple of shopping malls, another subway station, got Mel Lastman Square, and what used to be the City Hall building, and the library, all that sort of stuff. JP Atherton, $5. I used to live in those nice condos on the left. Great area. So over here, thank you very much, JP Atherton, for the $5 super chat. Cheers, thank you so much. Looks like a nice place to live. And used to live here many years ago, Tom Bikes. The things of interest here. Koreatown North. I never actually saw any sign before that actually referred to this Koreatown as Koreatown North. I guess that's what it is. I think there's a concert at Mel Lastman Square. There's a mall here, Empress. It used to be Empress Walk. Is it still called Empress Walk? But it has a theater, grocery store, shops and services. Now it's called Ryokan Empress. Not nearly as cool a name as Empress Walk. Oh, is that right, Jack? Wow, there's lots of buildings around town designed by him. Unfortunately, we're going to be losing one, or more than one, I think. Not sure if that's live music I hear over there. It sounds like country music. Kind of unexpected. Don't usually associate this part of town with country music, but kind of cool, I guess. I'm not sure if this will pose some sort of copyright risk or not. So I'm just going to keep on talking as we walk past here. But that's where Mel Lastman Square is, and the former City Hall building, and the library. Sort of the heart of the community here. It's usually pretty lively with events most of the time. Sounds like gospel. Maybe it is, yeah. Am I into country music? Not really. It's okay in some ways. Sing Johnny Cash over it, yeah. North York close to Stridesland. Well, not so much. It's far enough. It's walkable. I mean, I'm walking there. I'm an AC/DC fan. I just always thought they were just alright. They just have those iconic songs from the 70s and 80s. There's the Meridian Art Center down there. This is downtown North York, you could say. Thought I'd be a heavy metal guy? Not so much. I'm more like classic rock and some hard rock. A little bit of metal, but not a lot. Indie rock, power pop, you know. And I like some 80s pop music, especially synth pop. I like that stuff. Grunge. I was big into grunge. Yeah, Sloan started off as being labeled grunge, but then they didn't want to be lumped in with that movement, so their second album was nothing like that. Nothing like grunge at all. Their first album was pretty grungy though. I think of them more as like power pop, guitar based power pop. Do I like the Bee Gees? I don't know, just as a funny, sort of jokey way, you know? Night Fever and Staying Alive and all that sort of stuff. It's fun. Alright, walking past a construction site. Hello, Raymond Gratto. Grunge killed hair metal. I don't think it killed rock, because you could say grunge is rock, but it killed hair metal, that's for sure. All the glam metal and hair metal bands pretty much became yesterday's news after Nirvana. And they weren't too happy about it. The party was over. Oh, it's a very long stretch of scaffolding. All right, Uncle Tetsu. I see burritos across the street. Pizza, burritos, sushi, little bit of everything. Hello. Kiss came to Sault Ste. Marie. I think I remember hearing about that. Hey, Peter Grimshaw, hello. You never heard of Rush Krusty Balls, really? This is where they grew up, right here. Geddy Lee and Alex both grew up in this very neighborhood. Back then it was nothing like this, of course.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's go.
That would be in the 1960s when they were kids. Here's the other mall in the area. These office buildings, I think, were the first office towers to be built up here. You can find pictures old enough, an aerial view, you'll find that it's all completely low-rise, and then you'll see these buildings popping up. They're all alone, and a couple of high-rise apartment buildings further north. It's called the Shepherd Center. Now it's called the Young Shepherd Center. I did a video walking through there. It's starting to get dark. There's a look north. The littlest hobo would love the Shepherd Center. There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. That's where I'll always be. This is sort of like the Yonge and Dundas, I think, of North York Center. Got all the same sort of places clustered here. We got Blaze Pizza, we got Five Guys. I think I saw a couple other ones that you find down at Yonge and Dundas. And there's a subway station right here. Have I tried Basil Box? I haven't actually. There was one down at Yonge and Dundas also. So it's pretty close to where I live. I just haven't gotten around to trying it. Hey, Robert Michael, how you doing? Hey, you want me to keep singing the Littlest Hobo song? I don't know, I might get a copyright claim. Remember the older Littlest Hobo song? There was two different themes, right? There was the one from the later version of the show, but then there was the older version from the old black and white Littlest Hobo show. I remember that one too. It was like traveling around from town to town. Sometimes I think I'll settle down. It sounded like a Johnny Cash song, sort of. But I think most people remember the other theme from later. Hey, later crikey, have a good evening. That's going to Finch Terminal. Nobody remembers the older version. I think it's forgotten for some reason. I think this is the tallest building currently in North York Center, the Hallmark Center. But I know there are some taller buildings on the way, maybe even already under construction. I'm not sure if that's going to be one of them. Hey, Kevin Holman, hello. Robert Michael, a $5 super chat, seeing Degrassi Junior High. We're nowhere near Degrassi Street though. That's usually what gets me to bust out the Degrassi theme song. Thank you very much, Robert Michael, for the $5 super chat. Cheers, much appreciated. There's the Degrassi Junior High theme, and then there's the Degrassi High theme. They're similar but different. Star Dance. I wonder if I could get one of the Degrassi kids to do a walk with me from the old Degrassi. Could walk around the Leslieville neighborhood, walk down Degrassi Street. We could get like Caitlin or Joey or maybe Snake. Your dog appreciates that, Blue Meaford, or Carol Ellie, or whoever said that. Who said that? Robert Michael, okay. The chat is zipping by too quickly there. Hey, Cole Sloth, hello. And I saw Blue Meaford also in the chat. Walk through almost all of the built up stretch here. Took just over an hour. Wake up in the morning, feeling shy and lonely. Gee, I gotta go to school. Don't think I can make it, don't think I can take it. I wonder what I'm gonna do. I think that was the junior high version of the song. Hey, look what I see. Look what I see. Yeah, no complaints about the heat or the humidity in this stream. And I'm enjoying it. My whole mood is just so much better when I'm comfortable when I'm walking around. Some fine Mexican burritos, but not really. And way down south, look at how far away that is. Those buildings in the foreground are Midtown, that's Strides land, but you can also see the CN Tower all the way downtown. Those are very far apart from one another, but from here they look like they're all in the same area. But they are not. So that's where I'm heading, to that cluster of tall buildings at Yonge and Eglinton, aka Midtown. The CN Tower is way farther south from there though.
Yeah, like if you're not...
Well, way over an hour walk south of there. Too cloudy to see the moon. It's not that cloudy, but I don't see the moon right now. Yeah, we still have a good hike before we get to Midtown. I'm looking all around and I don't see the moon. I just took off my shades. I'd often just sort of absent-mindedly wear them after it's dark. I just like, oh, are they still on? Oh yeah, they are. Because they're on my face, so that means I don't have to put them somewhere or carry them or something, you know. They're conveniently located in a place I don't have to deal with them. Alright, so we're making our way south down Yonge Street. We're just leaving North York Center. So I'm going to walk under the 401, the very wide and very busy freeway running right through Toronto. Hey Mark S., I'm doing very well. I think we'll get some more cool views of the skyline now from a couple spots. If you're a pedestrian, you kind of get funneled through a bit of a rat's maze here just to get across Highway 401. You like that coleslaw? That's just the wondrous effect called digital zoom. It's crappy, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, this is quite the sort of odd way to get to where we're going. Have to leave Yonge Street for a bit. But eventually I come back onto it. Alright, so there's the 401 up ahead. Hopefully I don't lose signal as I walk underneath this long underpass. The 401 doesn't go up that way. It runs between Windsor and the Quebec border. Sort of skirting along the north shore of Lake Ontario for a good chunk of its distance across southern Ontario. Could I yodel? I don't want to spook this girl walking up ahead of me. I'll let her get further ahead. Hey, Bestest Times Reborn, how you doing? So we're underneath the 401. This is the busiest freeway in North America. And some say the world. I guess it all depends. Alright, I think she's through the tunnel, so... Hello! Yodel hee-hoo! Yodel 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 ya hee-hoo! can't do it without laughing. It's hard to make a ridiculous noise without laughing. I think she ran away. I don't see any sign of her now. Alright, we made it under the 401. You can see it right over there. Now, do I see the moon yet? I'm literally looking all the way around here and I don't see it. Full 360 view. No sign of it. Oh yes, I'm an avid Sloan fan. Alright, I'm not going to go up here. Well, actually the good view is up here though. Maybe I'll go up here just for the good view. And then I will go back down the other side. Just the other side of the street over here doesn't have a proper sidewalk once you get to Yonge Street. But if you go up on this walkway, you get an awesome view. So I guess it's worth it to deal with that nonsense later. Yeah, apparently the moon broke away from Earth's orbit. It's like Space 1999. Remember that show where the moon basically went off flying through space with a space station on board? Here's a good view of the 401 and North York Center. These street lights are kind of obscuring the view a bit. There's Midtown again, and the tower behind. Sure thing, coleslaw. I think that might have been one of the only times I've ever yodeled in my life. Okay, here we go. Here's where the view is a bit better. Don't have the street lights shining so brightly here. You can get a full scope of the Midtown skyline. Hey, crying hippie. Why so sad? And here's Yonge Street. Hey, quesadilla, hello. Maybe Crying Hippie is sad because it's been 55 years since Woodstock. That anniversary just passed. See, here's what I was talking about. There's no sidewalk here. I have to go to the other side. But then you have to deal with... I guess I can cross at the intersection. Why not? Usually I just run across the traffic. But we'll be safe. Blue Meaford, a $6.99 super chat for yodeling and to promise not to yodel again. I think I can keep that promise. Thank you very much, Blue Meaford, for the $6.99. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. I might have to push the button here, though. In these areas, if you don't push the button, the light will never change if you're a pedestrian. It'll just feel like you don't exist. And even if you do push the button, you're still waiting. I like to think of myself as a shower singer. Got those good shower acoustics. Jim Mork, also a $6.99 super chat in hopes I'm on a stream when Ken yodels. You want me to yodel again? Some say don't, others say do. It's a battle now. Thank you very, very much, Jim Mork, also, for the super chat. Much appreciated, Jim. Thank you so much. There we go. The light changed. Yodel-hee-hoo. There, now we have a sidewalk. That's right, no sidewalk on that side. Alright, thanks, Jim. I remember that coleslaw, yep. So this is that stretch that's, you know, not terribly exciting. It's just a long stretch with quiet residential areas on either side, but you mostly just see trees as you walk through here. A bit further south we have York Mills. Things start to liven up a bit, but then just a bit further south from there we start to walk through the built-up retail stretch again along Yonge Street as we come into the Yonge and Lawrence area, and then it stays lively all the way down through Midtown and all the way down to downtown, really. But I usually don't stream through this area, but let's do it. Maybe we'll find some werewolves. Maybe they're hanging out right in there. Yeah, golf course. There's all sorts of sort of low density or no density development surrounding this area. It's a very wealthy area also. And we'll look for the moon. Let's keep an eye out for the moon. Oh, somebody honked. Maybe they know about us streamers. You think so, Jenny? I'll speed walk through this area though, so we don't have to take too much time here. You wouldn't even know you're in the middle of Toronto right here if it wasn't for the highway noise over there. And you can still see the highway actually. Hello, Annie Wiley. Still got over 300 people watching me walk through nothingness here. So thank you, everyone. Stick with it, we'll get to some more lively areas shortly. And if you're new, of course, hit all the buttons like I said. Subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell. And maybe you'd like to come and say hello in the chat also, if you haven't done that before. And I still have 76% battery, so things are going well battery-wise. You're a nothing watcher and you like nothing. Is that sort of like being a nowhere man in his nowhere land? Hey, Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Hello, Maggie B. Welcome. Nice of you to come and say hi. All right, now it looks a little less like we're walking through a forest and more like we're actually someplace. Hello SG, good evening. What are my thoughts on flat Earth? I think it's a completely absurd thing to believe in. Oh, thank you, Maggie B. I'm glad you enjoy. Oh, thanks, Toronto doo-wop music guy. Glad you and Janet enjoyed that. And it was a pretty quick walkthrough. I didn't go into the food building or anything. So I'm glad you enjoyed it nevertheless. I only had about a half an hour to do that walk before the concert began, so it was a bit brief. But the video still did pretty well views-wise, even though mine was one of the last channels to post the C&E walk. I think everyone else here in town posted their C&E walk before I did. what's the temperature now? It feels like it's around 15 Celsius, which is okay by me. Thanks, Alex. That's right, Vivian. I think I was the first one to do a nighttime walk to the CNE when I was streaming, so there is that. I think all the other walks were daytime walks. Hello, Tom Clams. How you doing? An ad for Crocs. Okay. Well, sorry you had to see that, Cole Sloth. I'm glad you found it hilarious. AK, he's still in Toronto. He's just sidelined at the moment. That many ads, Mary? Jeez. I have it on the lowest setting for ad interruptions. Hello, Mary Honan. Watching from Temiskaming, Quebec. Hey, that's awesome. I am from North Bay, Ontario. That's where I grew up. So our towns are neighbors. Temiskaming, Quebec is pretty close to North Bay, for those who don't know. North Bay lies pretty close to the Quebec border. Just about a 45-minute drive along Highway 63 from North Bay will get you to Temiskaming, Quebec, which is right on the border. Hey, Linda Jane Jackson. There's a Go Bus station here. And York Mills subway station. So we're kind of coming back into civilization here. How are you doing? Mark Davis?
We met last
year. I
year.
remember. I remember you. How are you doing? I'm good.
I saw your live stream when you saw Sloan at the CNE.
Yes.
I couldn't help but the comments on it.
Oh, yeah.
They're one of my favorite Canadian bands.
Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
You were there? Oh, okay.
I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there. Okay.
I caught the replay.
Oh, you caught the replay. Okay.
You know me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, being a Beatles fan,
Oh, I'm a huge Beatles.
it makes sense to love Sloan because they're kind of a similar sort of thing, you know? Yeah.
Except the generation is a little bit different.
Right,
The
yeah.
Beatles is still pretty relevant today.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, it was a good show.
Did I tell you I went to Liverpool back in March?
In March. I remember you were talking about going there, right?
I did go.
So you went. Awesome. How was it?
I was thinking about you.
Was you? Did you
Yeah.
see all the sights?
Yes, I did.
Yeah?
I saw the old Cavern Club.
Nice.
I saw Strawberry Fields.
Wow.
Penny Lane,
Wow.
You name it, Ken.
So you did the whole tour, the Magical Mystery Tour. Yeah.
Abbey Road too.
Cool.
Every time I see the Beatles, Ken, I think of you because they're
Oh,
my
wow.
favorite. I think I've shared that with you.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for my
That's
better
awesome.
half. She works.
Oh,
at
she works in
Office
there.
Suite, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Some people might know her on the chat, Mark and Marlene M&M.
Mark and Arlene M&M.
Mark and Marlene.
Mark and Marlene. Yeah, okay.
M&M.
M&M. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I was watching you a little bit because I was just upstairs. I just got here. I walked from Yonge and Eglinton.
Oh, okay.
See, I walk a lot.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to walk up to Yonge and Finch.
Oh, I just came from Yonge and Finch.
I live
Yeah.
in Richmond Hill, so.
Oh, wow. I came from actually Centerpoint Mall. That's where I began. So I'm going to probably walk down at least to Yonge and Eglinton, maybe farther.
I heard
Yeah.
Centerpoint Mall, are they going to be doing some major renovations?
Yeah, they're going to tear it down. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The times are changing.
Yep.
But Ken, you got to go to Liverpool. Come
Oh,
on.
I want to. I want
It's
to.
on your bucket list.
It is. It is. I intend to. I'll make it happen. I'll make it
I walked
happen.
into the old cavern.
Yeah.
I saw all the memorabilia.
The fake cavern, though, right? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw where the old cavern used to be.
So everyone, this is Mark Davis.
Hi everybody. I hope all is well. Nice to see you.
People are saying
It's
hello.
nice to run into Ken again. It's the second time in a year now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I remember.
it always seems to be on Yonge Street.
Well, this is the street.
This is the street.
where all the action is, right? Maybe not this part of it, but yeah.
Oh, I tell you, I go to Niagara Falls a lot too.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Spend a lot of time there.
Oh, nice.
Well, I think I saw you stream in Niagara Falls.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well. Yeah.
You and Megan, like the signal and all that. is
Yeah,
just terrible.
bad signal there.
A
Yeah.
lot of the guys have trouble streaming.
Yeah.
I also know Christine, we go places tours quite well.
Okay, cool.
You know.
Huh. Well, that
It's
is
nice to
awesome.
see you
Yeah, you too.
time again, right?
So is that like a mall in there?
Yeah, it's like it's
Okay.
got the good life.
Okay.
And upstairs it's like a small little like a food court.
Oh, okay. I've never been inside,
Like
but
Marlene doesn't finish till 10 o'clock.
oh, okay.
So what I usually do is I go up there and I wait for her.
Right.
So I was watching your stream a bit. And I
Right.
wanted to come up and say hello.
Okay. Well, awesome.
Because you were trekking down Yonge Street.
Yeah. Yeah. This stretch here is a bit boring, you know. So I'm like trying to get down to the more interesting part once you get closer to Lawrence.
Have you
Yeah.
ever been to the middle cavern?
No.
It's right up here.
No.
You gotta check it out.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of high end,
Yeah.
but it's worth it just to go like one
Okay.
or 2 times. I can't afford it anymore. I have no money.
I'll keep it in mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was great seeing you, man.
You
All right.
too, Ken.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Just remember, check out Liverpool.
I'll keep you posted on my potential Liverpool adventure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you need any tips or anything, Ken,
All right.
send me a message on IG.
Okay. Okay.
Take care, everybody.
Okay. Later.
Okay, Ken. Take it easy.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
So that was Mark, big Beatles fan. Envious he went to Liverpool. That's something I want to do. Hey Judith, yeah, these gyms stay open late. Some of them are open 24 hours. People are in there at all times of the day and night sometimes. Here's Wilson Avenue. So I think we're still in North York. I think once we get to Yonge and Yonge, there's an intersection up ahead where it's Yonge and Yonge. I think once we get past there, that's where we come into Old Toronto again and things get built up and the street gets a bit more lively. And why am I just standing here? Jeez, I missed this light. Hello, Nicholas. How you doing? Well, maybe I'll take this opportunity to cross to the other side. You always wanted to see North York, Tiana? Well, you saw the best part of it. It's a pretty big chunk of the city. I think North York has close to 600,000 people within its boundaries, even though the boundaries don't really exist anymore, but they still do. If you type in North York on Google Maps, it'll show you the boundaries of the former borough. Jenny, nice Beatles quote. Nicholas Schrey, hello. Hello, Dan. And Jim Mork, yeah, Newmarket is one of the more northernmost suburbs of the Greater Toronto area. It's in York Region. So all of York Region is considered part of the Greater Toronto area. But it's the northernmost large suburb. Walking across the Hogs Hollow area here. I'm not sure about the Miller Tavern. I'll keep an eye out. It's a suburb of Keswick. Keswick is also in York Region. You could say it's the northernmost suburb, I guess, of Toronto. It's not as big as Newmarket, though. Once you go further north, there's Barrie, but Barrie is not in York Region, and it's not generally considered part of the Greater Toronto area, but it's still a satellite city. A lot of people commute into the Greater Toronto area from Barrie. Highway 400 can be jammed with traffic from Barrie, heading south. Snowden. All right, Novokos. Let's see if I can notice Snowden. Hey, I found the moon. Just because it's so low in the sky. Check it out. It's a hit in my eye like a big pizza pie. Here's the Miller Tavern. Am I going to howl? I've already yodeled. I don't know if I can bust out a howl after all that yodeling. Nice looking place. It looks expensive. There's a bad moon on the rise. Mill Street in the historic community of York Mills. Like ringing their bells at me. They're too scared to ride their bike on the street here. Maybe I can't blame them, but still, they're grown. They should be on the street, not the sidewalk. I've never done a video through Hogs Hollow now. A random apartment building here. Wouldn't it be a Canadian werewolf in Toronto? Now we're going uphill. I rode my bike all through here before, and it's a bit of a slog through the stretch. Is that me? Is that showing how fast I'm walking? Your speed, 5. Let's see if I run. 7, 8. It went up to 8. And then it started tracking a car. Whew, starting to feel hot even with the nice cool weather. The speed walking uphill. Yeah, I guess 5 is about right. All right, Nicholas Schray. Thanks for checking out the stream. Have a good night. Brisson Mundane from Saskatoon, hello. Toontown. Still going uphill. Yeah, the hill going up towards St. Clair Avenue, I've done that many times, but it's not as long as this. This is a longer incline for sure. Yeah, it took me a while, Jenny, but I'm finally complaining about being hot. It took almost 2 hours for it to kick in. It is a good workout though, Mark, you're right. Especially when you're speed walking. Mark, yeah, isn't it about the Maharishi? They just didn't want to actually use his name in the song. I'm almost back at civilization. Well, definitely feels like I'm speed walking no matter what that sign said. All right, we made it through the dull stretch. Here's Hairy Tarantula. It's a comic book store, but a whole lot more. It used to be right downtown on downtown Yonge. But here's Yonge and Yonge. Yonge Street and Yonge Boulevard. It's like forever young, no matter which direction you go. And yeah, it's a big store. It is huge in there. We just passed 2 hours a couple minutes ago. So we started way up at Yonge and Steeles, the northern boundary of the city. But now we have nice street fronting retail and restaurants. Yep, the Pharaoh sisters hanging out with the Beatles. Prudence wouldn't come out of her tent. So, dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? I found Melrose Avenue. Oh, pistachio nut store. I don't know if I'll spot that or not. Do I like any Beatles cover band? Not really. I'm generally not a fan of Beatles covers. There's a few I've heard that I thought were alright. But I always just think I'd rather just listen to the Beatles than a cover or a cover band. I mean, I've seen Beatlemania, but that's like a tribute, you know, not like so much a cover band. So I don't mind that. I don't mind seeing a tribute to the Beatles. Not Melrose Place, right? Klaatu. That's a funny story about Klaatu. They're from Toronto too. That was a Toronto band. I haven't seen anybody do Sloan covers, but I'm sure there's some bands out there that cover some Sloan songs. Here we go, pistachio. So does that mean we've been walking through North York all the way up until this point? North York extends all the way down to here, along this stretch of Yonge. Okay, wow. So now we're coming into Old Toronto. Well, there's a skunk around here. Very, very strong skunk smell here. Almost expect to see it any minute, any second. Where are you? Hey, the mighty runt. Best place Where? Oh, shawarma place. I don't know. I'm not really a shawarma eater. I'm a falafel guy. But maybe the place I like for falafels also has shawarma, as they tend to sell both usually, right? So I like College Falafel. Maybe they also have good shawarma. It's on the corner of College and Ossington. Alright, we're making our way towards Midtown. I think this area is generally regarded as uptown. Or North Toronto. Yeah, I've caught a few skunks during some videos or streams before. Just walking around, minding their own business usually. Hey, K1SM3 Triple T, hello. So kind of quiet here. All these retail shops are closed at this hour, but the restaurants are still open, most of them I think. I rarely walk along this part of Yonge Street during afternoon business hours, so I don't know how busy it can get with pedestrians. I'm sure it can get fairly lively at certain times of day. There's lots of mom and pop shops all along here, that's right. A fair number of chain stores too. And this entire block is all boarded up. It's like a stretch of two-story retail storefronts. It's going to be replaced with a mid-rise residential building. The buildings are nothing to write home about, but it was pretty fine-grained retail all along here. It's kind of sad to see it go, because the retail at the base of the new building will not be as fine-grained as this. Hey, buy stocks, hello. Can I walk through here?
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay. Another Dollarama coming up. I think up ahead, closer to Yonge and Eglinton, there's 2 Dollaramas across the street from one another. I have no idea, K1SM3TTT. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Well, that's true, Greg, but on a street like this, that is a retail corridor, it just makes sense to include new retail spaces in addition to new housing. Both is definitely better than one or the other. And here's the other Dollarama. This is Yonge Street, Tiana. We're just way north of downtown Yonge, where you usually see me walking around. We're still doing good battery-wise, 63%. (9:30 p.m.) Is Lawrence Avenue. I guess I can go. It's a lonely Ave. Kind of right now along here. We have a bunch of apartment buildings along this stretch, and then it goes back to retail again. Have a good night, Blind Man Racing. Wow, 3:45 a.m. Yeah, I'm usually still awake at that time, but that is definitely close to when I start thinking about going to bed. Some nice apartment buildings along here, some nice old historic ones also. Before the sun comes up, usually. Lately I've been going to bed closer to 4:30 a.m. That's nice. Blessed Sacrament. I'm glad, Gertish. Yeah, I'm enjoying the walk. You can see Strides Land up ahead. Apartment rentals. Hey, at Visit, yeah, still going. The plan was to go at least as far as Yonge and Eglinton. There's Lawrence Park across the street. There's the moon again. No clouds obscuring it this time. On this harvest moon. But where are the werewolves? I'm pretty disappointed. Yeah, me too. I was just looking at it right there. It's very nice. All these old apartment buildings are nice. I think of that as one of Neil Young's new songs or newer songs, but then I realize it's over 30 years old. Yeah, Mark, I really like these ones. This is an awesome one here. And you know, you're probably paying a pretty penny unless you've had rent control for decades living in those buildings. Alright, so now the retail resumes. There's a new residential building. It's pretty massive. Looks expensive also. Hey, Chad Wabagwan, hello. Hey, welcome back, Yvonne.
Yeah, of course.
So we still got close to 300 people watching. I think we lost some people walking through the boring stretch back there. My inner child. Hello, Eduardo Guerrero. Well, the Midtown skyline is very close now. Psycha 75, hello. Cuban cigars. That used to be a thing Americans would flock up to Toronto to get, because you could get them here, but you couldn't get them there. So there were places catering to a lot of American business. There's the Giant Sporting Life store. That's right, Andy. Or they would just enjoy them here and then head home. Himalayan Momo House. Looks like it's closed. The Captain's Boil is open though. Yeah, I remember Mark. Is the Valley Village boutique still open? Or maybe it's just employees finishing up inside before they head home? Nice fruit stand. It's open. Closes at 9. Okay. I guess they stay pretty long time after closing to shut everything down there. I always hated that when I worked at places. As soon as it was closed, I wanted to leave. It's like, okay, it's closed, I'm leaving now. I don't want to hang around here for another half an hour plus. Yeah, it could be that also, Jenny. An Indian restaurant is open. There's about half a dozen people in there. It should get quite a bit more lively once we get closer to Yonge and Eglinton. Hey Ramby, welcome. Yes, well, I'm glad you caught that walk with Action Kid. And welcome to the channel. I've done a bunch of other collabs with Action Kid from a couple years ago also when he was here before. Hello Zay, how you doing? Yeah, it's nice to see some new names pop in and say hi. Thank you for subscribing to all those who are new and who came to say hi. And to all the lurkers, don't be afraid to also subscribe and say hi if you haven't already done so. This is a cute little park. St. Clemens Yonge. I like how it has the little entryways on either end of the park. That's nice. Tiana, right? Have a good night, Kathleen. Thanks for checking out the stream tonight. But yeah, we walked from Yonge and Steeles, way up at the northern boundary of the city. And now we're almost at Yonge and Eglinton. Over 2.5 hours later. Got a new smoothie and juice bar opening here. Maybe I'll cross to the other side. I think the other side is a bit livelier once you get closer to Eglinton. Cars coming. We got a bus. Alright, the coast is clear on that side. Just gotta wait for this side. There we go. New building on the rise. I'm not sure how tall this one is going to be. I'll have to check the location. I think it's going to be fairly tall, but not crazy tall. Jacques Pilot, a $5 super chat from Karen and I for the enjoyable walk. Thank you very much to both you and Karen, Jacques, for the $5 super. Very, very much appreciated. I'm glad you're enjoying the walk. It's been a long and eventful one so far. At least it was eventful while we were walking under the 401 overpass. Got some random music coming out of nowhere.
What?
Hey, panda for everyone. Hello. Nope, no dingus encounters. Thank you, Karen, once again. We're coming into the heart of Stridesland. Hey, Roguelette. You're familiar with Stridesland, I take it? So no werewolf encounters, but maybe we'll have a walktuber encounter. A rabid strides will pop out of the shadows. Here's Popeye Supplements. I go to the one down at Yonge in Adelaide for my needs. Another new building on the rise. And we're almost at Yonge and Eglinton. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going or not. We're at 2 hours and 39, almost 2 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah, still holding a good amount of viewers here. I think we flirted with close to 350 at one point when I was still walking up through the North York Center area. No, I haven't, Mark. I haven't been to many places up in this area. Every time I am up here, I'm just recording a video and I don't really stop anywhere. I just walk and record and then make my way home. There's the tallest building currently in the area, although I think there are some proposals to build something taller. Broadview. Now, Broadview is pretty far away from here. It's on the east end over the Don Valley. Look, another Dollarama. Is that one? Is there another one? Yeah, there is. So here's this Dollarama. And then right here is another Dollarama. Right beside the Rose and Crown. And the comedy club here, Absolute Comedy. But we have the battling Dollaramas here. I wonder if they compete with one another. Maybe say nasty things to each other across the street. Who knows, right? Hello, Caroline. Good evening. We're connected through a portal. That would be cool if they were. Hot dog stand. Veggie dog is $6.50. $6.50 for a veggie dog. That's too much. Alright, so this is the heart of Midtown here. Hello, Kian. How you doing? YouTube.
YouTube? What's your
Yeah.
YouTube?
The Ken Continuum.
Harder?
The Ken Continuum.
The,
Yeah, do you want to say hi to over 300 people? Or?
yeah. What up?
Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks for the Ken. There we go.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
I just walk around the city.
Yeah.
I started up at Yonge Street.
Oh yeah? Jeez.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Alright, nice to meet you, man.
You too, man. Thanks. See ya. Here's a place for shawarma and falafel. Talking about shawarma earlier. It looks like a good spot. Maybe Johnny knows how good they are. This is his neighborhood. Hey, Carl Roth, hello. That's the Young Eglinton Center. It's a mall. I did a video through there before. It's not a very big mall, but it serves the neighborhood pretty well, I think. It has lots of handy things. Got a metro, you got a movie theater, got a pickle barrel, lots of smaller shops. There's a food court. Hey, is Action Kid here? Maybe Judith is just joking around. Maybe he's watching now, if he isn't here. If he isn't in the chat, I say, at least. He's lurking. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true, Vivian. Mary W., have a good night. Yeah, this is a very awesome area. I was saying earlier at North York Center how good of an area that is, and this is just as good. It has all the same sorts of stuff that you find in North York Center. It just doesn't have all the Korean restaurants, but it has all sorts of other things. It does have some Korean restaurants, but it's not like a little anything. It's just sort of a all-around handy secondary business district outside of downtown, and a dense residential area. And it will have a new subway line running underneath Eglinton Avenue. It's already there, it's just not open. Eventually, it will have to open one day after over a decade of construction. All right, crikey. Thank you also for checking out the stream. Yeah.
Oh, you actually?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which?
On YouTube.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
your YouTube?
The Ken Continuum.
Pardon?
The Ken Continuum.
Ken Continue. Am I going to
Yeah.
see myself on there?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah. Yeah, check it out, man.
What do you do? Just walk around the city?
Yeah, I talk about neighborhoods as I'm walking through them and
Oh.
stuff like that. I try to be informative, you know. And I just wander around and entertain as I can, as much as I can anyway.
How many viewers do you have right now?
Right now, almost 300. It goes up into the 300-400 range, you know. Yeah.
Do people like see you walking through the city and whatnot?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wait, follow me. I will. Give me some.
Yeah, man, I'd appreciate it. You can
My
see
phone's
yourself.
dead right now. I would.
You can see yourself
your-
later on. Yeah.
What's your YouTube?
The Ken Continuum. So type in the Ken
Yeah.
and then C. It should come right up. There
Continuum?
you go. Yeah.
So this one, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go. That's it. Right on, man. Thank you.
you're welcome. All right.
Cool,
See
man.
you,
All right. Later. Have a good night.
Good night.
Later, dudes. Yeah, that's cool. Run into two groups of friendly young dudes. And a couple new subscriptions. It's crossed my mind a few times, Dan, but I don't know, I kind of like it. I kind of like the whole continuum aspect because I continue. I know it doesn't roll off the tongue or anything like that, but there's lots of YouTube channels with hard to pronounce names that seem to do well enough, so I figure if they can do it, why not me? I'm just Ken. Hey, Maroof, hello. Aaron Hockey. Are you sure? Are you sure now? Alright, so we walk past Yonge and Eglinton. I'm still streaming. Ramby, yeah. I started watching Action Kid when he had about 10,000 subscribers. And then I remember when he grew up to like 30,000 and 50,000. So I guess I'm almost at 25, so my next big number will be 30. I think I'm only a little over 100 subs away from 25,000 actually. 100 and something last time I looked. So subscribe if you haven't already done so. Maybe I'll hit 25,000 over the next week or so. That would be cool. Or at least before the end of the month anyway. Yeah, I'm still at 44% battery. Kurt Affair, almost at 10. You can do it. Everyone subscribe to Kurt Affair. Get him to double digits. Who is bigger? Well, Johnny's a lot bigger than me in terms of views and subscribers. We started at around the same time. And for the first maybe 6 months or so, my channel was bigger than his channel. But then he caught up, and then he shot right past. His videos started getting promoted. I mean, the analytics the algorithm just started promoting his videos. And his channel started growing really fast. That's just the way of YouTube, you know. Hey, Quad Mods, hello. Hey, no worries, Maroof. Is that right? Something smells really good around here. Where is that coming from? Maybe that place right there? It's making me hungry. I haven't had my dinner yet. Yeah, we both have our own style. Although some people in comments say that him and I sound exactly the same, or that we do exactly the same thing in our videos. I don't know. In some ways yes, but in other ways no. In other ways we're quite different. Yeah, Greg, I think when I was streaming with AK, after his stream ended, a lot of his viewers hopped over to my channel and subscribed, so that was awesome. Maybe some of them are watching right now. Thank you. Here is Slayer Burger. No relation to Buffy. I don't think so, anyway. I took a picture of this Slayer Burger on Queen Street, and I sent it to Sarah Michelle Gellar on Instagram, but I don't think she even saw it. I'm sure she gets a million messages from randoms every day. But I thought, hey, maybe there's a chance if she doesn't see it, maybe one of her assistants or someone who might check her personal social media messages might see it or something, but yeah, it didn't happen. And no relation to heavy metal either, I don't think. Brisk Mundane, thank you. Thank you very much. So we're walking south down Yonge Street. 3 hours into the stream. We're in Midtown, and Davisville is coming right up. Hey, Janice S., how you doing? I wasn't sure if I was planning to walk this long. I don't think so. I think I was thinking more like 2.5 hours, but here I am. I don't think I'm going to pull a Henry though, Vivian, no. I've done 3 hours often enough. This isn't too unusual. Once I go to 4 hours, that's when it gets a bit unusual for me. I don't usually go that long. Just a few times I can remember recently. Still hanging on to a good amount of viewers though for so late on a Monday night. Henry has done a 12-hour live stream. I mean, I probably could do that if I wanted to, but I just don't see myself doing that. Dan? Yeah, maybe a little. Oh, I smell skunk again. There's Davisville Avenue. There's a little dog. Hopefully he doesn't get sprayed by the skunk. That's a lot of yodeling. Yeah, you got that right.
So her name was I just started reading it.
Alright, this is Davisville subway station. Here's somebody listening to Pink Floyd in their car. Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. Hey, Imposter, watching from Nova Scotia. Thank you very much. Bark at the moon. There's a good werewolf song. Bark at the moon. You can see the tower. Hey, Steve Grant, hello. John, what's up? Welcome to City Dweller Tier. Thank you very much, John, for becoming a member. I think I saw you in Henry's stream the other day, right? If this is the same John, thank you very much for watching and becoming a member. Cheers, John, thanks. Here's the Davisville Yard maintenance facility. Got a lot of trains just hanging out here. I hear the train a-coming. Maybe we will hear a train a-coming. They come right past here, heading into Davisville Station. Hey, Learn to Live. Hello. Yeah, you made it. 3 hours in, but still going. I'm not sure, Maroof. I am planning a little trip soon. That might coincide with that meeting date. Hear any trains are coming yet? Come on, train. Entertain us. This is where they all go to sleep, right? They're having a sleepover. Maybe it's stuck in the tunnel again. Like it happened 3 times while I was making my way up to Finch. The garbled announcements. Blah, 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 blah. The emergency alarm. Blah, 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 blah. The train is holding in the tunnel. Blah, 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 blah. Emergency alarm. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, I made out 3 words of that message. There we go again. Hey, Chris Smith. Does that sound exciting to you, Tiana? Do I think we went to the moon? Yes. I think the evidence is quite clear that we did. So no to flat Earth and yes to we went to the moon. Oh, here we go. I hear the train a-coming. It's coming around the bend. Wasn't that exciting? Yeah, all these apartments get to watch all the trains go by. Wouldn't that be fun? They probably don't even notice the noise after they've lived here long enough. It just becomes background noise to them. Can I talk? It just becomes like background noise to them, I'm sure. There we go. Caroline, a $10 super chat. Thank you for the view of the moon. Hey, my pleasure. And I'll probably show it again before the stream is over. Thank you very much, Caroline, for the generous super chat. There we go. Cheers, Caroline. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, this stretch is a bit dull also because we're walking past Mount Pleasant Cemetery. It's a huge cemetery. It stretches along here for quite a ways, but look, another train to liven things up a bit. It's going right into the tunnel. Going slow. It's probably because of all these slow zones plaguing the subway system right now. I had to deal with that on my ride up to Finch. It crawls along at certain points. If it wasn't downright stopping. Hey, look. I don't think this is rideable though. This wheel has no tire on it. And no seat. Looks like it just got ditched here. But it still has lots of parts on it that you could use if you wanted to build a bike, or you could just buy some parts to finish that one up. It's a fixer-upper, that's right. CJ Iceman, what's up? It's probably stolen. Bike theft is out of control in Toronto. It's out of control! I might make it all the way home. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how far I'll go. I would like to get home before midnight. I'm a late eater. I have my dinner late, but usually it's by around 11 o'clock or so at the latest. And we're already at 10:30. Yeah, the moon is peeking through the trees up here. Yeah, definitely not a 5-hour stream, John. But we're within sight of downtown. You can see those skyscrapers. That's down at Yonge and Bloor. And we got Yonge and St. Clair right up ahead here. You stay caffeinated. Your bed calls. Have a good night. I've done a few 4-hour streams. My most recent one, I think, was the Pride Parade. Because it took forever for that thing to go by. And then it stopped. And I was waiting, going, where did it go? And then I went to investigate and found that the parade got stopped by a protest. All right, Andy Wood. Have a good night as well. Thank you very much for checking out the stream. There's the moon again. It's a hit in my eye, like a bigger pizza pie. Action Kid. So you were lurking, maybe. Still going, yeah. And you're about to go to sleep. That's right. You have a big day tomorrow. Get some good rest, Action Kid. And I hope everything goes great tomorrow and you get good news. Thanks for coming to say hi. Hope you enjoyed the stream if you were lurking. Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, AK. Not that I believe in such superstitious things, but still, it can't hurt, right? Fingers crossed. I think the chances are very good that you'll get some positive news tomorrow. I'm going to cross to the other side before this bus comes a barreling down. There's downtown up ahead. Still a good half-hour walk, though, down to Yonge and Bloor from here. And then another 40-minute walk down to Yonge and maybe Yonge and Queens Quay. Here is St. Clair Avenue. And we got St. Clair subway station right over there. So I think that might be my final destination for this stream. That way I can get home probably in the next half an hour or so and have a late dinner. So this is it for this stream. It turned out to be almost an hour longer than I initially thought I was going to do, but it was a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed the long walk down Yonge Street from Centerpoint Mall at Yonge and Steeles all the way down here to Yonge and St. Clair. Walk through North York Center and Midtown, aka Stridesland. And it was a lot of fun. The weather was comfortable. I'm not sweating. I was for a bit earlier, but I'm okay now. So, thanks everyone. I had a lot of fun chatting with you all. Hope to see you in the next stream in a few days. So keep an eye out for that. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And I'll be premiering a video tomorrow evening on my channel, as I do on every day that I don't do a live stream, so I hope you can all check that out. That'll be tomorrow evening. So big thanks to the mods also for doing an awesome job as always. Vivian and Marge and Alan K and any other mods that might have popped in. And a huge thanks to all those who sent support. It's very much appreciated that you support the channel with your generous super chats. It means a lot. So have a good night, everyone. I will continue. Alright, I'll see you all again soon. Night, everyone. I'm gonna hop on the train now and go downtown. From Midtown to downtown. Later all.